Of course, man. I feel like I won that fight. I feel like I landed power shots. I feel like even when he landed a shot, I fucking brushed it off and I came back and I cracked him. I was in his face. I was in his shit. Pause. And his back was against the rope the entire time. I was walking him down. Could have been a little bit more assertive. I was patient. I was seeing my shots, but I didn't want to be antsy. I mean, he got an overhand right. He may have landed a couple times, but I know he threw a lot, missed a lot, blocked a lot, and I feel great in my conditioning. I mean, I fucking felt amazing out there cardio wise. My body felt good. Even when he landed, a hard shot. I know when you're in great shape and you in condition for it, you're able to absorb more. Even hit me in the body a couple times. I'm like, no, dog, it'll take more than that. So I felt like I had him. One time I almost knocked him through the rope. I really wasn't fucking with that rope. It was like we came in this morning to do a test run. It's like if you're not 7'7", shit, you can be held up by it. So I hit him and he kind of bent into the rope. So I was gonna try to knock him through that motherfucker. No, look at my face. Do it look like I felt somebody power? No, I got hit with a shot, but this is boxing. I'm supposed to not get hit. I don't have one cut on my face. I look just as pretty as I did going in, coming out. I never touched the canvas. He was the only one that was close to touching the canvas. Like I said before, I believe the rope actually held him up. I thought I won. To be honest, I was surprised it was a split decision. I thought it was close. I thought he had won some rounds. I thought earlier the rounds was close, and if I can go back, I'll kick myself because I could have made it a little bit more convincing. But I was just trying to fill him out, and I was trying to take my time. And I knew he was going to throw a lot of jabs. And I was just going to see how he was going to react to feints and pressure. And no, I wasn't surprised when they said a split. I knew it was kind of close, but I thought it was going to be me. So I was kind of more my demeanor and my emotions was because I wanted to knock him out. And I had a couple big shots I landed, a couple of opportunities, and I think I had him. Excuse me, I had him hurt. I had him tired a couple times, and I didn't press him a little bit. I should have pressed him a little bit more, but I was just, well, last fight I had a guy on the ropes and I fucking went ape shit on him. I was going crazy and I got snuck with a punch, so I was just trying to be a little bit more smart. I had the biggest moment in the fight for sure, but I told you guys a long time ago. I said don't get this shit fucked up. Everybody like, oh, this YouTube reverse. No, I told you it's gonna look like a fight. I said it from the very beginning. I never played it like it wasn't a fight. You can see the way I was training, the way I was built, my conditioning. I knew it was gonna be a fight, but I was gonna be patient. I was expecting myself to get the knockout. So I definitely had the biggest moment. I feel like that's when the momentum shifted in that round, and I feel like I had the bigger punches, and I feel like I had more pressure. You finna ask me some bullshit, ain't you? I can already see. That motherfucker like, I was just fucking. No, it's done. We're doing a rematch. For sure, I'm doing a rematch, so I got to get that win. It was too close, and this was a movie. Ain't nobody gonna push a needle like me and him did. We fucking sold the shit out this pay per view. I think everybody was excited about it. There's some humorous moments in there. I couldn't even really watch a lot of it because I was trying to stay focused. But Jake, man, he good at what he do. If he would have allowed, man, if I would have allowed him to get into my mind, to get into my head, it could have been a similar circumstances as his previous opponent. So he was tough. He was fatigued in the fight, and he found a way to push through, and he came through strong. So I can't never knock him for that, but we got to run that back. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said, shit, fuck it, let's do it. I mean, you only live once, man. This is a movie, and this whole time I felt like this was a real ass movie, and I'm like, dude, the promo, the fucking all the PR behind it, all the stuff, the training, the antics, everything that went with it. I've never been a part of nothing like this again, and to even do another fight that's not on this magnitude was kind of feel weird. You know what I mean? So I want to fucking do it again. I think the next time it's gonna be bigger. People see it's a real fight now. It's not like some YouTube kid fucking fighting some old ass UFC fighter that's washed up. He fought a fucking man that came in there and meant business. Nah, I had to take a shower. My damn shoulders were sore from knocking his head around. Yes, they didn't. That was a separate situation. I just don't fuck around when it comes down to my mom. And I appreciate you. I saw you in the mix a little bit. Right is right, and that's why I just told Jay Leon Love. I said, I don't really care. You can do whatever you want to. You can say whatever you want to. You could have took my hat because you can see I got a full hairline and my hair fresh. You can do whatever you want, but when you start going back and forth with my mom, you'll get scraped. Nothing surprised me, to be honest. I kept telling you, I said this gonna look like a fight. I just thought I was gonna be able to knock him out, and I could have had. If I would have pressured him a little bit more, I think that I would have brought that moment up. But I know he's athletic. I know he has a screw loose. His elevator don't go all the way to the top floor. And in combat sports, them be the fucking toughest dude sometimes. I knew one or two shots wasn't gonna hurt him to the point where he was just gonna quit. I did hit him in the body a couple of times that he didn't like. I wish I would have kept putting money in the bank there. But at the end of the day, I knew he was tough. I knew he was training hard. Like, this is like, if he beat me, he can give his all. Like, imagine if you got a chance to go one-on-one with Michael Jordan. You don't give a fuck. You're going to go crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan because I know y'all going to spin that and take that one little line and make a whole headline out of it. But what I'm saying is that he was facing somebody who had championship belts in the toughest division in the world at the time, and he put everything into it. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got no day job. This is all he had to do. So I expected him to come prepared and expect him to come ready. Next time, I'm going to be even more prepared. He's going to be even more prepared, and the fight's going to be even better. No, because I was already expecting. I was already expecting them. He threw a couple combinations, but you got to expect somebody that only had 4 fights to evolve. I didn't even look at. He don't have that many fights, to be honest, and I didn't even waste time looking back at his fights, looking at his fucking sparring, because he's smart. He's putting out all the flash, shooting money guns and fucking hitting the folks. He's not putting real shit on the internet because he's in its infant stages of boxing. And for somebody that's, got good size, good punch, good IQ, good chin, and just fucking, like I said, he just don't give a fuck sometimes. I think, you got to be prepared for that. For me, I feel like nothing really impressed me. And that's not to say that he wasn't impressive. I just expected a lot. No, he already said it now. He making all these dumbass bets, man. I keep forgetting I'm fighting a child, man. I'm like, I got a kid that's 18 that's about to go play D1 football. And I'm sitting there dealing with somebody that's not too much older than him. And he making all these bets. And I'm just trying to be professional, trying not to laugh. So, yeah, I think his pride's important to him. And I think part of him taking this fight was that. So him fighting me again or committing to fighting me and not going through with it, I don't think he's going to do that. That's what I thought. No, there is going to be a part two, and I do regret it was certain moments when I clipped him one time, and when I saw him huffing and puffing, and his hands were low. I'm not gonna say the shots because I think those shots are gonna come back the next time around, but I saw a couple shots that I know I could have landed, and I think I was just like, man, just don't it's there, don't rush it because body language says a lot. Anytime you open up and show a big shot, like when he landed his right hand, it's because he didn't show it. When he showed it, he missed it, and I blocked it or anything like that. So I was just trying to get my body language not to show that I saw the opening. Cool. Shit, I don't know. I need to see some paperwork on this rematch shit because I think that's a game plan. I mean, to be honest, Nikisa gave me his word. He hasn't did me wrong since. So I kind of got to roll with him on that. He's honored everything he said to me since the beginning with this whole promotion thing. So shit, I ain't finna get in nowhere where I gotta fucking look at that bitch. I don't know, probably my thigh or some shit. Which I thought I was gonna get on my face. Good fuck. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know. And he was baiting me too. He was trying to get me canceled, wasn't he? He was trying to get me debated, but I didn't take the bait. I just fucking kept saying to myself, and I'm glad I wear sunglasses. Normally when you guys see me fight week, I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm sucked down. I'm drained, and my eyes, the light makes my eyes really hard to see, and I'm annoyed. And y'all ask me the same dumbass questions that everybody. You just heard fucking Josh ask me, why you ask me how I feel? I feel like shit. I'm cutting 35 pounds. Fuck you think I feel like? So this time it was just because I wanted to just block it out. I knew he was gonna have these scripts and monologues and this whole fucking spiel. But then he started saying, I ain't even gonna get into it. But that shit was funny. Man, they killed that shit. I can't say it's comparative. Like the only thing I can say is this was a complete movie, and I enjoyed. It was a lot. It was a lot of PRs, a lot of cameras. But one thing they were always mindful of is we're still fighting. We still got to train. It was mindful of rest. It was mindful of scheduling, and that was something that I will go ahead and say that sometimes the UFC got so many fights. They got 4 or 5 fights a month. They don't give a fuck. They putting their camera on you. They don't care if you cutting weight, if you fucking looking ashy or dying in the sauna. They want their camera time, and I do got to shout out all the 24/7, all the Showtime crew. It was like 4 or 5 different crews that was pressing, and I remember Showtime when I was a young whippersnapper coming up, but I feel like they've evolved to a whole nother level. Got to shout out Alicia. She's a goat. She was cold, and she just the way they communicated. Chris, I know Dory's somewhere around here. Espinosa. Everybody, yeah, because I'm not the easiest person to deal with. Sometimes I get cranky, sometimes I get annoying, but they were very professional, and I'm blessed to have fought for Showtime again. I miss it a lot, and I felt like I was treated with respect, and I look forward to doing it again. They told me they thought I won. They said it was a close fight, but I think you won. You landed the power shots. Motherfucker, act like you won. Let these niggas know you won. Don't be sitting around. I was kind of sad because I wanted to knock him out because he was talking all that shit. And I was like, I know I could have knocked him out. And I knew if I rushed, look what happened to Nate Robinson when he rushed. Look what happened when Ben didn't have his hands up. And I didn't even see the other fights. But, he pried on people like rushing in and letting their emotions get to him. And I think I need to find a happy medium. So I was more bummed about that, but I still thought I won the fight, so. They, of course, my coaches are world class. They all three of them in their own right, and they all three, say, hey, we're gonna go back and look at the film. We're gonna figure out what we need to do. We're gonna keep growing. You were in shape. We know what we could have did better. I felt like you won the fight, and they're not gonna tell me they thought I lost the fight if I lost. They're not gonna tell me that they thought I won the fight. If they didn't think I won the fight. So I feel good about it. I feel good about my performance. I feel good that. Any motherfucker that thought I was old and thought I was washed up and thought I wasn't going to back up and just defend, you motherfuckers know now. Bet. Huh?
Just like to announce for the record, we're going to replay the main event along with the Baranchik Love fight next Saturday on Showtime. Starts at 10 p.m. September 4th. Baranchik and Love, followed by the main event. Two of the most exciting fights of the night. I think you guys got the attendance number, 16,000, a sellout of the building tonight. 16,000. Thank you guys. Jake will be in a minute.
What's good? Why is everyone so tired? What's good? Can we get some energy here? This is history right now. Barley House. You know, I'm always very hard on myself. I think a true champion is very hard on themselves. You know, I got the W, and I'm happy, but you know, I'm a perfectionist. I'm a knockout artist, and because I didn't get the knockout, I'm just like, damn. But it is what it is. He's one of the greatest welterweights of all time, 5-time UFC champion, and he came game. You know, he knew that this was going to be a war, and he brought that to the table. So I'm very happy. Like I said, he's been fighting 7 times as long as I have. So for me to come in there and have a dominant victory, let's be honest, that wasn't a split decision. What is the judge looking at? You know, I landed 71 punches. He landed 52. So, you know, I learned a lot tonight. First time going past 4 minutes. First time in an 8-round fight. No one's doing 8-round fights at 4 fights in. Yeah, look, the guy really had nothing to say. You know, he had a mediocre performance against my sparring partner. All credit to Anthony Taylor. He's a tough guy. But Tommy Fury is supposed to be this tough, big bad guy, legendary bloodline. I got into his face and I let him talk. I don't really have anything to say to him. At the end of the day, I hired him to be here. I gave him an opportunity to shine. I don't really have anything to say to him. I don't really have any bad blood. I just said, yo, like, tell your girl, get out of my DMs. At the end of the day, will we see that fight? I would run that shit easy. That's an easier fight than Tyron, in my opinion, but who knows? But sorry, but like people are like, oh, he's a real boxer, fight a real boxer. Okay, maybe let's run it. Okay, real boxer.
The real boxer went 4 rounds. Right? The real boxer went 4 rounds against someone who was inferior, all respect to Anthony Taylor, to Tyron Woodley. Jake did tonight what Tommy Fury has not done, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe the numbers will come back from Britain. Pay-per-view will be big, and Jake will have interest in it. But until then, it just doesn't make any sense.
If he sold a lot of pay-per-views in the UK and we're impressed with the numbers, sure. But I put him on this platform, so we'll see what happens. Not right now, man. Shit, I'm just getting warmed up, I'm a boxer at the end of the day. I haven't trained MMA at all. I'm only 4 fights in. Let me prove myself in this sport first. Yeah, look, I mean, no, like you said, no one's doing, as saying this as humbly as possible, no one's doing this big of fights, 4 fights in boxing history ever. No one watched Floyd's 4th fight. Canelo fought a guy who was 0-0 in his 10th fight. I'm taking on world champions, 5-time UFC champion in my 4th fight, selling out arenas in my hometown. If Tyron Woodley gets the tattoo, he better get it fast, because otherwise we're going to book a different opponent. I told him if he wants to get the tattoo, put it on his Instagram.
Permanent tattoo.
Permanent tattoo. Then maybe we'll talk about it. But to be honest, I won convincingly. We're going to go back to the drawing board. But I think I proved a lot tonight and proved a lot of people wrong. Yeah, look, this is boxing, I hadn't been hit up until that point in any of my fights with 10-ounce gloves. So that's the first time I take a shot with 10-ounce gloves. I repeat, that is the first time I took a real shot with 10-ounce gloves in 4 fights. I ate it. It was a good shot. This is boxing. If you're a mechanic, you're gonna get dirty. But I proved I have a chin. Boom, get hit, come right back. Okay, cool. You got that round with that shot. No problem. I learned from it. I made adjustments, and he didn't land it again for the next 3 rounds. So it is what it is, I like that I got hit. I licked my gloves after that shit. Let's go. Look, like I said, I'm very hard on myself. I fought a good fight. I won convincingly. I was landing to the body a lot. Coming into it, something in my legs was a little off even before the fight started. So most of my other fights, I felt amazing, like a rocket ship about to go off. This fight, I was just like a little slow. I think maybe we had too long of a camp. I think I've been doing this back to back to back to back to back. 4 fights, 18 months. Most pros aren't even that active. So, I could have done better always. There's always room for improvement in this sport, no matter who you are. And I want to be a champion, a world champion. So I got to go back, watch the footage, study, get better. In sparring, we don't sit down. So in the fight, why sit down? And I wasn't that tired, like I said, my legs didn't feel as powerful, but I wasn't tired. I could have went 2, 3 more rounds, 4 more rounds, whatever. It is what it is. For sure, dude. For sure. This is better preparation for future fights against tougher opponents. And I've been looking for this experience to get it under my belt. I'm salty because I had a perfect record going. If you count my amateur, I was 4-0 with 4 KOs. Now I'm 5-0 with 4 KOs. So I had a perfect record going, and couldn't live up to that tonight. But he came game. This was a Tyron Woodley that I think was more prepared than any of his last UFC fights. The shots he was taking, I was hitting him, and he was going through that, and I hit hard. But I am happy that I got some experience under my belt, and I've always said that. When am I gonna get a fighter to really test me? I passed the test. Yeah, we'll see. Part of me wants to put him behind me. I won convincingly. Like I said, the split decision with the judges, to be honest, doesn't make any sense. I landed 71 punches. He landed 52. It's not even close. We'll see. If he gets the tattoo fast, puts it on his Instagram, I might consider it. I would come in, make adjustments with my legs feeling better than they did tonight. And I do think I could do a lot better. I wasn't even landing some of my best punches. Some nights you're on, some nights you're off. This is a peak performance sport. You do everything in camp for one moment. Some days in camp I felt way better than tonight. But some nights when you come in for that peak moment, you're just not everything's there. And it is what it is. I'm not making any excuses. I still won. I still did good, but I know I can do better. Damn, really? Man, that's crazy. I'm getting teary-eyed. That's sick. Man, like I said, I was in those stands 12 years ago screaming, LeBron, 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 trying to get him to notice me. So for him to even tweet about this, that's crazy. I'm being really hard on myself, but man, I've accomplished so much in the past 4 fights. No one's doing this,
No one's ever done what he's doing in 4 fights. That's unequivocal.
Try not to cry. But For him to even tweet that is crazy. I don't consider myself anything. I consider myself a chach. No, maybe. I think I'm one of the faces of boxing just because I'm doing it differently. There's room for everyone to eat, though. I don't want to take everything. I don't want to. This is a sport where there's hundreds of amazing fighters, and all I want to do is bring more eyeballs from a different audience. Everyone here saw the crowd tonight. This wasn't your typical boxing audience. This was kids that were rowdy, lit, holding up signs saying, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a completely different audience, and that's what I want to bring to boxing. So I'm going to bring that over. They'll become fans of boxing and love all the other fighters. But I'm certainly, one of the top 3 biggest draws for sure. Top 3, top 5. I don't know. Like, let's look at the numbers. He earned my respect. He was game, He was bringing the fight. And at the end of the day, it's 2 men going in there risking their lives. So after all the shit talk is done, I'm cool with showing respect. But this is a crazy business. Like I said, we're risking our lives in there, and so he earned my respect. I'm gonna touch his glove after. I even told him after. I said, good fight. And I said, look, bro, a lot of tension, a lot of build up, a lot of back and forth between our teams, but I respect you, and no hard feelings. Seriously. I don't even know, man. I think I'm gonna start with the haircut and the dentist. My teeth are crooked. My nose is crooked from this sport. I've given everything to this sport. I haven't gone on vacation in 3 years. There's a lot for me to do right now. We'll see. I have a beautiful girlfriend who needs some attention. I have a lot of things to figure out. Nikisa and we're gonna go back to the drawing board and figure it out. This is my bread and butter right now, though. So we'll see. Right now I'm a little tired. That was my first 8-round fight. So I might wake up tomorrow morning and be like, let's fucking go. Sign the next contract. Or I might wake up and be like, damn, I need to go to Turks and Caicos. Never. I knew I would be doing great things in this sport, and I knew how bad I wanted this. I just didn't think it would happen this fast. I mean, look at how many fucking cameras. Like, who are these guys filming? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. So I didn't imagine it to get here this fast. But to be honest, I've surrounded myself with an amazing team. I've put in the work, and this is different. This is what the sport needed. And so when you work hard at something, when you surround yourself with amazing people and you have one focus, really anything is possible, and you can accomplish that. And the sky is the limit. If I'm doing this in my 4th fight, what can I do a couple fights from here? It's shocking to really think about it. I have a saying that I wrote down on my on paper and put it up on my mirror. And it says, think of where you started. Now imagine how far you can go. When I was 16 years old, falling asleep in class, nothing really going for me. I knew there was something else more for me out there. I just didn't know what it was because I couldn't break out of the bubble of living in Ohio. I didn't know. And to think it's only been, 7 years? And I feel like I could retire and be happy, but I also at the same time feel like I'm just getting started. Hey, let's go. Thank you. First time ever. Future of boxing. You know, you can't just say it. I gotta be about it. And I wanted to bring something different. We jumped that up and made it happen. First and foremost, shout out to you for wearing the Boohoo Man collection, the Problem Child Boohoo Man collection. I like that. The sweatshirts. That's some dope shit right there. BoohooMan.com. Man, I don't know. Everyone tries to be such a macho man in this sport, and I like to just have fun, make jokes, troll, grab cheeks. I mean, all my fights thus far, I've looked for the challenge. You know, I'm finding out what I'm capable of in these fights. You know, this is how we got here today. I'm always looking for the challenge because me as a businessman, I need a hard opponent who people are going to want to tune in to see. I'm not trying to do small pay-per-views. I'm trying to make history. And all I've done since my first pro fight is increase the level of competition. First pro fight, I'm going up against a guy, the beast from the Middle East. Boom, boom, boom. He's supposed to beat me. Oh, shit. 1 round. Okay, let me fight a real athlete who's supposed to be a dog who can jump 36 inches in the air. Nate Robinson. Okay, I won. Damn, okay, I'm good. Okay, let me fight a champion, a wrestler. You know, maybe he's not the best striker, but he's a real fighter. He could take a shot from Robbie Lawler. Okay, I beat that guy. Boom, now we're at Tyron Woodley, 5-time UFC champion. Wow, I beat him? Okay, damn. Honestly, I was thinking about this. Like, I'm probably gonna bring the fight back here, bro. This was dope. This was a dream come true, and you saw the audience and the gate we did today was crazy. You know, we got some stats, but the live gate was bigger than Conor McGregor's headlining event of the UFC in his hometown, Dublin, Ireland. So I sold more tickets than Conor McGregor did with the whole backing of the UFC in my 4th fight ever. We did more revenue. So might as well just bring it back here, and the crowd was lit. Everything was dope about this fight week.
And the crowd was there from 7 p.m., which is very, very rare for boxing, right?
Yeah, I was noticing that too. Like the stadium was full since the first pay-per-view fight. That's unheard of. These kids were excited, and I have people thanking me. You know, the head of the commission here, like giving me a hug afterwards, like almost teary-eyed. Like, thank you for bringing this fight to Ohio. You're awesome. That's sick. I love when people show respect. I've done fights everywhere else, and they're just like, next. For sure. You know, we're on the path to a lot bigger fights. I'm salivating too because I'm just getting warmed up. You know, Conor McGregor has a lot more to focus on besides me right now. I'm 5 wins in a row. He's 1-3 in the past 4 years. So guy needs to get off of his little vodka or whatever the fuck his brand is and sober up and start to get back in the fucking gym, and then we can fucking fight. But to be honest, no way he hits harder than Woodley. He doesn't weigh as much as Woodley. He's shorter than Woodley. I said it before the fight. I think Woodley's a harder fight than him, especially on the weight where he's going. Conor's going down. I'm going up. Woodley came in game. We'll see. When you read me the tweet, I read it like, these guys bro suck. Again, another loser talking up. Of course, he wants a payday. You know, I'm the money fighter, one of the money fighters now in boxing. The guy's got a chin, but he doesn't land punches, right? So, that fight's there. No problem. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it, fanboy. This is a legend. This is a YouTube legend, by the way. Fuzi in the building. This is a legend right here. So if you don't know who he is, he's a YouTube OG GOAT right here. I think the media and the fans or haters are definitely holding me to a very high standard because because I have a loud mouth, so like almost rightfully so. But I like that. That's what makes me better. That's what makes these fights bigger. And by the way, not only did I live up to the occasion, I won the occasion, and I have 8 rounds of experience now under my belt. I learned I can take a big ass shot from a guy who's knocked out all you guys in the UFC. So let's go, baby. Like, I love it. Keep on doubting me. All of you, whoever it is. I know there's a lot of supporters in this fucking room, but whoever it is, everyone said leading up to the fight, Tyron Woodley's in Jake's head. Tyron Woodley's in Jake's head. Get the fuck out of here. I'm made of steel from toe to head to brain, everything. So I'm just getting warmed up and, keep doubting me. You'll see. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.